Let's look at Chapter 8, Lesson 4 Review, Problem Solving. Solve the problem and explain your answer. So remember to underline important information after you've read the whole problem. 1/6 of the students in Miss McCall's class live less than 1 mile from school. 1/3 of the students in her class live between 1 and 2 miles from school. The rest of the students live more than 2 miles. If there are 24 students in Miss McCall's class, how many live more than 2 miles from school? So I know that 1/6 of the students live less than 1 mile. I know that 1/3 live between 1 to 2 miles. And I know that the rest live more than 2 miles. And I need to find out if there are 24 students, how many would live more than 2 miles? So I'm going to go ahead and make a chart of the information. 1/6 is less than 1 mile, 1/3 is 1 to 2 miles, and question mark is greater than 2 miles away. So using this information, I can solve the problem. I'm first going to add up 1/6 plus 1/3 plus question mark equals 1, because I know that that will equal 1 full class. So now I can take 1/6 plus 1/3, and I'm going to have to make an equivalent fraction for 1/3 so that I can do it. And I know that 6 will be my LCD, and I multiplied 3 times 2 to get 6. So I multiply 2 times 1, and I get 2. So now I have 1/6 plus 2/6, and I know that that equals 3/6 plus question mark equals 1. I now need to think about what plus 3/6 will equal 1. Well, I know the 1 is actually 6 over 6. So 3 plus what equals 6? And I know that 3/6 plus 3/6 would equal 6 over 6, or 1. So my question mark is going to be 3/6, or I can reduce that to 1/2. So I know that half of the class lives more than 2 miles away. Now there's 24 students in the whole class, so I know that half the class would be 12 students. I know that because I divided 24 by 2 and got 12. Now if I think about that, I could also think about how many times it would be for 1/3 and 1/6. I could divide 24 by the denominator of 6, and I know that would be 4. So for 1/6, I know that it would be 4 students. I can do the same thing where I divide 24 by 3, the denominator of 1/3, and I know that that would be 8 students. Work backwards to complete the magic squares. So remember, if I'm going backwards, I'm going to do the opposite. So for this one, I would divide it by 2. I would multiply by 4. I would add 9, and I would subtract 5. So let's look at number 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, 14 divided by 2 is 7, 12 divided by 2 is 6, 18 divided by 2 is 9, 5, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4, 3, and 8. This one I'm multiplying by 4. I'm going to start you off with 24. 21 times 4 is going to be 84. And go ahead and multiply the rest by 4. This one I'm going to be adding 9 to each one. 16 plus 9 is 25. 21 plus 9 is 30. 20 plus 9 is 29. Keep adding 9 to them. This one I'm going to subtract 5. 14 minus 5 is 9. 59 minus 5 is 54. 50 minus 5 is 45. Keep going with subtracting 5.